was there a long, long time ago in a past life. Had I known about some of these things, I would have certainly taken advantage of them because it just enhances your business practices, and at the end of the day, it positively affects your bottom line, and you keep jobs, and things of that nature. So kudos to that, and I'm glad you highlighted that on today's show because
Yeah.
the theme seems to be employers and things of that nature. So, yeah, it's wonderful stuff. Glad to have you doing that, and yes, you've come a long way.
We have.
And with that, let's go to break, and then we got an exciting Ross Roundup coming up.
Let's do it.
Trisha's having a sleepover tonight. Can I go?
I wonder about Lucy's friends. What should I say? I know you're only 10, but one of these days a friend will offer you a drink. And alcohol at your age can lead to so many things. None of them good.
So can I go to the sleepover?
Lucy, I want you to promise me
I
something.
finished my homework.
Bigger promise. If there's any drinking, I want you to say, "No thanks, not my thing."
Mom.
I promise you. Your real friends won't care. Deal?
Sure.
Really?
I promise, Mom.
They really do hear you.
Did you pack your toothbrush?
For tips on how to start the talk, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov, a public service message from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration.
Welcome back. Well, you know what? This show is flying right by.
It is.
I mean, a lot of great information and lively conversation, and hey, the unveiling
The unveiling.
of Young Buck,
Young Buck. Is that what we're
new
going
to the
with
show, Young
that?
Buck.
Young Buck.
Yep, I think so.
I think you had.
Can't say Young MC because that already
No,
exists.
that-
And next thing you know, he'll be singing us a
I have
song.
like 5 that they picked out since last November. There's been like 5
We just
nicknames.
fill different ones out.
Well,
Young
that's
Buck-
because you're like a chameleon. You keep changing on us as
Young Buck.
sometimes you grow up and
yeah.
sometimes you
You know what it
digress.
is? I think you kind of hit on it during the break. I think when the cat's away,
The mice will play.
the mice will play.
All of a
I
sudden,
think
he's
Jeff is
empowered.
not here,
Yep.
and just like you said, I
Executive
think he's trying to
director.
play
I mean,
games with a
producer.
substitute teacher.
Yeah. He's like, let me see how far I can push this envelope. Or rather, let me see how much I can talk on this microphone, which is a lot
So
today.
we're gonna round this up and go to the Ross Roundup.
See, there he is again. He's like, okay, listen, boys, this is what we're going to do now. I have questions.
What are your questions?
I'm glad. Well, funny you should ask, Ethan. Well played, well played. So that's the Ross Roundup
But it's not
conducted by Lauren Ross. However, correct me if I'm wrong. If I look at my calendar and my things,
Pull it up on the agenda.
I realize that Lauren got married recently,
She did.
and her last name is actually Morano.
Morano. It's not Ross.
So
Not
the
anymore.
Ross Roundup by Lauren Ross is kind of antiquated stuff. Is
Yeah.
anybody, IT, are you on top of this? Shouldn't we
Hey.
have made some kind of transition?
I voted for the Marino mashup.
I like it.
Morano.
Morano mashup.
Pronunciation, but
Mashup. Is that really a positive thing that we want to? What are we mashing
Yeah.
up?
Well, you're
All the
mashing up.
stories, all the
It's
news
different
gatherings.
stories from here and there.
around the area.
Morano
We're
mashup.
still sticking with Jeff's theme
Ross
of
Roundup.
rhyming titles. You have the Cortez Corner, Downtown with Ethan Brown, Creasy on Campus, Morano mashup.
I'm going to table this conversation
we might have
because I
to.
think I don't know. Morano's something. I get where you're going with
I know.
this, but I don't know about mashup.
Well, you know what? We went through a couple of
Milestones.
iterations of
Morano's
Downtown
memos?
with Ethan Brown. So we
Morano's
memos.
memoirs. Morano's
I don't
memoirs.
know. Memoirs would indicate that she has something to tell about herself, and that's going
Well,
away
maybe she's going to the Wolf Lodge. She said.
I want to go
So
to the
maybe
Wolf
she's
Lodge.
telling us about herself. She said, "Yeah, I'm
Do
going
you know
there."
it's an indoor water park?
I do. I've never been. Have you?
I've never been. I remember when it was Cocoa Keys, but they've done quite a bit of work to it and updating it. And so what they have is they have these business meetings, right? So they have business space. And what they do is you come there in your bathing suit. So it's like a networking / water slide. And you're like, you know what I mean? So you're sliding down.
Well,
You may have your portfolio and you're
That's
sliding down.
team building right there, huh?
Yeah.
If you want to
So
call in
Johnny,
and vote for
How's sales going
I'm
this
like, hey,
year?
talk to
And
me over here in the splash pool. Let's talk about those
obviously,
sales numbers.
obviously, you're working too hard because you ain't working too hard because you've been eating pretty good.
Yep.
That suit is a little small for you.
No, I don't think they're allowing people on water slides to do professional development. But
But
it
you
is
know what?
it is a part.
How
to have
about how about like some of these baseball parks now where they have like the restaurant plexiglass like overlooking center field, so you eat at a restaurant, you watch the game. So like
you wanna watch-
our employers like sitting there like watching fellow employees like slide down at
don't drink the water.
30 miles an hour into the what is it? The splash pool? Is that what you
Splash
call
pool.
it? Splash pool.
Hey, we
Nice.
got a flood of water this past weekend.
Did we?
Yeah, we were in a drought 3. so-
Hark, who goes there? It's Queasy again. Yes, young buck. Speaking of water, there was a flood. Anybody capture that?
We're gonna get transitions, player.
Nice segue.
See this guy?
So, did you see the flood? Were you part of that?
Yeah, I've been mopping for 2 days.
Yeah.
It was bad.
You've been mopping for 2 days.
Yeah.
Nobody knows my troubles.
He's like Noah over here.
ark.
Ark.
And Queasy, where in the basement?
Yep, the basement got flooded.
The water pump
Sub
not working?
basement. It was my
Or
fault.
are
I
you the
unplugged-
water pump?
I unplugged the water pump.
So
Good idea. Were you
Essentially-
standing in water when you unplugged this electrical equipment?
essentially,
So
the
you can mop
purpose-
it?
You eliminated the purpose of
the water pump.
the water pump. I just want to make sure I didn't.
Because I have a habit of
misunderstand
when
that.
I'm not using things, I unplug them so it's not.
Kind of like your microphone this morning when we were trying to start the show.
You walk right into that one. I'm gonna give you some love on that.
Hey!
You walk right into that one.
He's got a fist pumping over here.
Yeah,
just saying.
yeah, we are. It's
You
not
need-
allegedly,
French
allegedly,
fries.
because we're not doing this on camera. Oh, now we are.
Boom.
Now we are. Okay, turn the camera around.
Evidence
So,
of proof.
well, you know what? We'll get back to the Ross Roundup thing at some point.
Yep,
We are
sounds
going to
like
have to
we need more
transition. So maybe next month. That should be
more
on the
discussion on that,
on the
yeah?
agenda because I think we should come back with something next month
Now are we thinking coming back with
without
maybe
Jeff.
put it out without Jeff.
Right.
Oh,
This is
okay.
you and me.
So
I think we'll give Jeff the holidays off.
Jeff may have an accident.
This sounds like a movie. I want to be the limelight. I want to be the show.
This is like this is like Black Swan. What's the movie?
That's
White
right.
Swan. What is it? It's Black Swan, right? Yeah. Oh, this could totally be like Black Swan, and I sabotage him. You know, we're not going. We're not, and it's like Halloween theme. Oh my God!
You don't want to. You don't want to give away the
I'm not gonna-
entire
we're not
premise
talking
to
about
your
that. We're not
mutiny.
talking- I'm not
On-
going to talk about my
on
dastardly
air.
plan to sabotage
Right,
Jeff
right.
on the radio. I'm not going to talk about that right now.
So now, when he does disappear and he's no longer here, I mean, the only thing the police have to do is go, well, let's play the tape and see who has motive. Oh, I don't know, Ethan.
They're like, we keep talking about these D-Web segments and what's going on. This will be like first 48 right in here. We have to get Joe. We're gonna have to get Joe Kenda,
I'm gonna pull a Queasy.
homicide detective.
Speaking of homicide,
Speaking of homicide,
did you see the did you see the floods?
They were like, a cat died in my basement because it was flooded.
And I unplugged the pump so I could stand there and
and-
mop.
Yeah.
It's job security
Not
with
in
my
that
pops.
order.
All right. So actually, there are some jobs coming to the city of Worcester.
There are some exciting things coming.
Jobs are flooding the city of Worcester.
And we are not, actually, we are going to turn off the pump that would stop that flood.
We are
'Cause
actually
we want that. We want that flood.
we are opening up the gates. The dam has busted,
Floodgates.
and Table Talk Pie is at the forefront of this
They
change.
are. So Table Talk Pie was established back
I
in
wasn't done with my
1924.
intro, but okay. So,
My bad.
Ethan, I hear you have some information regards to Table Talk Pie and their new endeavors.
Yes.
Can I have a piece of pie?
I was waiting for you to be done with your introduction.
I was done, but the young buck felt the need to chirp in one
Why
yet again.
Why you got to fill space?
All right. Get serious, boys.
Okay,
D-Web,
serious.
take it.
So, Table Talk Pie, as I said before, they were established back in 1924. There were Greek immigrants who came over to the United States and established it. But Table Talk is a main staple of Worcester. I mean, I don't know anybody who doesn't love Table Talk pies.
What's your favorite?
My favorite, hands down, apple pie. I would take the apple pie, warm it up in a microwave, put 2 scoops of vanilla ice cream on it, and just go to town. And I could probably literally eat 4 of them at a time.
You had a dramatic pause there in that. Were you about to drop a tear?
No, I wasn't about to.
You need a tissue because it was an emotional moment for you.
My mouth was filling up with saliva. I was just thinking about it. getting
Okay,
excited about it.
TMI. All right, we're on the radio. Queasy,
Reel it back.
chirp in with your favorite.
You know, I like to go to the farms.
Okay, thanks for chirping in,
right.
and back to D-Web.
And that is why you are not.
It was a setup question. Make
voice.
up a flavor.
There you
I
go.
didn't want to say apple, so I like to go to like Togus.
The farms, I know. Yeah. Hey. We're not talking about the farms. We're talking about Table Talk Pie. Thank you. Anyway,
Where's this guy
so
going?
I like. Thanks for asking, D-Web.
I was about to,
I
but I was
like
waiting
the
for Quincy to
lemon.
chime in.
The lemon pie
Lemon would be my number 2.
and Boston cream.
Boston cream. I'm not a big Boston cream fan, but lemon definitely.
Oh, this wasn't about you. I was telling you what I liked.
Okay.
You had a moment. You had a tear. You had a teardrop.
Listen.
I want to get you a tissue because the 2 scoops.
Leave bitterness in someone else's
Oh
cup.
no!
Let's
I
work
was
together.
moved. Earlier when we walked into the show. I was all about the shine. Shine bright, shine light
Like a diamond.
in the sky. Now you had a moment. I saw it. You pulled back.
I
You
did.
had an
I
emotional
kinda- I
moment.
felt,
There was a gulp. There was a thing in your throat there where you
Didn't
went
get
2 scoops of ice cream.
Cause man, table talk, but this is all we would eat.
One of my favorites, all-time favorites. Having been born and raised in the city of Worcester, Table Talk Pie is by far better than any farm in the Northeast. By none.
Nowadays, so I'm trying to eat better, obviously, so I can't do as many table talks. But what I do is I drive through Kelly Square. I just keep
And
driving
just smell
around
it?
the block and just smell it.
That's
keep driving around
that's
the
a
block,
great
smell it.
diet plan.
There you go.
Just smell it.
I still got to get that table talk in somehow.
You got that right. Well done. That's brilliant. Ever go by a pickle factory?
We'll think about it.
All right. So you had some vibrant,
did.
important information.
We did. So Table Talk is they did a groundbreaking ceremony Thursday of last week. And it's really great. They've actually bought space in an industrial park. The project started in 1994. It's kind of been going along slowly, but the groundbreaking was kind of that. Okay, now we're ready to move forward. It's about $6.5 million of public funding. The city's been working. The city councilor from District 4, Councilor Rivera, has been involved. She's through the Southwest Improvement Center,
Yep,
who's really
absolutely.
driving this.
Yes.
And really looking to bring something to that kind of that Main South area. It's a great opportunity. They're thinking possibly somewhere around 50 full-time employees once the place gets up and running.
Yep.
And then probably another additional. I think they were talking, potentially. Let's see what we have here. Sorry about that. 50 plus jobs. So 30 workers currently.
Yep.
To get up and running, and then on top of that, an additional 50.
Wow.
Yep.
That's a great expansion.
It is. It's just a great.
Is this replacing the existing plant?
No, this is in addition to. No.
So now, if you
Yes,
need to
it's
drive
total-
by and get that smell,
I might
you
have
can
to-
you can go to different places.
Exactly.
Oh, geographically convenient for you.
So
You've
win,
expanded
win, win.
your diet just
There you
like
go.
that. Look at that. Now,
So-
were we going to talk?
We
to-
do. We do.
We are running out of time, so if we can get Kelsey on the phone.
Yeah, we'll
I
get.
mean,
So in addition, Table Talk has its expansion.
Yes.
They've been working with the city. They've been working with different coalitions, different politicians. But kind of bring it back to the career center. We're actually looking to establish a training program for individuals specifically for Table Talk Pies, and we have Kelsey Lamoureux. She is our director, program director for the Worcester Jobs Fund, who's going to be involved in that. So
and
we're
she's
gonna get her
working.
on
And she's working with Table Talk Pie.
And she's working with Table
Directly.
Talk directly. So
It is.
we're going to get her on the line.
Do we have her on the line? We don't have her on the line. We're gonna get her on the
We're
line.
going to get her on the line.
So we're gonna call her. In the
her a
meantime,
call.
I think again, business engagement. This
Mm-hmm.
speaks to our ability to interact with employers on a
Mm-hmm.
one-to-one, so that when they're expanding, when
Mm-hmm.
they're taking on projects like this, and they need qualified applicants, candidates to fill these positions. Not only are we working with job seekers, we're also getting involved with the training of job seekers, so that when they go to their company,
Yeah.
they are a viable candidate.
You
right from the
talk about
get-go.
exclusivity with this one, and this is what we have with this training that we're trying to establish.
Absolutely. And that's what I'm speaking to. Is
Mm-hmm.
like job seekers need to understand that we are now, that could be the missing link has now been connected, and employers now know that, we have candidates who are coming to them. So we have Kelsey on the line.
Yes, we do.
We're-
Kelsey?
Kelsey, you there?
Yep,
How's it
I
going?
am.
Hello.
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
We're doing good. Glad to have you on the show.
Well, we're doing a little late,
What? we're still in good shape.
but we want to give you quality time. So Ethan's going to kind of lead
Yep.
you here on this because we want to get as much information out to our viewing and listening public as best we can. So Ethan, take it away.
Cool. Kelsey, just right quick, can you tell a little bit about your background in the Worcester Jobs Fund?
Yeah, sure. So my background is that I grew up in Central Mass. I earned my bachelor's degree in international studies and political science from Fairfield University. And I spent 2 years as a youth development volunteer in the Peace Corps in a rural area in Morocco. I also have a couple years of experience as a special project coordinator at Worcester Community Action Council. And I worked in a lot of great projects over there, including youth work, jobs programs, and the Secure Jobs Initiative.
Cool. And now we have you as our program director for the Worcester Jobs Fund.
Yeah, so now I'm with the Jobs Fund, and I'm really excited to be a part of this new resource for Worcester residents. The Jobs Fund came together through a partnership between City Manager Ed Augustus and Worcester Community Labor Coalition to really ensure that local economic development leads to job opportunities for Worcester residents.
Cool.
So we work on job training projects and direct entries for local jobs in the area. And we receive a lot of support from Workforce Central, Workforce Investment Board, Worcester Public Schools, and the Chamber of Commerce.
So we've got a lot going on. So tell me, how specifically are we working with Table Talk, the City of Worcester, for this new expansion and new training program?
Sure. So Table Talk is our newest job training program that we're developing because Table Talk is expanding. And not only are they looking to expand with 50 additional positions, but they have positions available currently, and they're expecting future ones even above the 50 in industrial food production. So this is a little bit different of a culinary field because it requires folks to have knowledge of food in a manufacturing space. So it has specific safety regulations that we're hoping to train people in to get them ready for those positions. The training is scheduled to begin in January.
So Kelsey, I have a question for you because we're tight on time, and I hate to expedite this, but how does one get involved with trying to get involved with that training?
So how did we originally get involved in it?
No, how does somebody who wants to get involved with the training? If I want to get involved with the training, if I want an opportunity to go through this training, is that open to the general public? How does that? How are you recruiting?
Okay, so the training is open to folks 18 and up that live in Worcester. There are a couple of income qualifications, so anyone who's looking to talk to me in specific about the details can give me a call. My number is 508-373-7641. Again, my number is 508-373-7641. And anyone interested in applying to the training program can give me a call directly.
What's the deadline for applicants to call you?
We're hoping to fill all the slots by early December.
Okay, so
So,
he who hesitates
within the
is
next,
lost on this one. So
You know,
this is
2
hot.
months or so.
Okay.
Cool. Well, Kelsey, I want to thank you so much for being on the show, taking time to talk with us.
Awesome. Glad you guys could squeeze me in.
All right. Bye.
All right, you too. Thank you. And had Kwesi not interrupted us the entire show, we might have had a little bit more time for Kelsey. And I'm sorry that we had
That's okay.
to move her along, but
You can, so people have her contact information, so feel free to reach out to her that way to follow up with her. And I think that's the important part.
Absolutely. So she gave us the number. It is a good opportunity, and we're providing the training directly. So she just needs to contact Kelsey at the WIB
There you go.
and at the Career Center.